Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Glad to have you with us. Saturday in the NBA. It's going to be Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs up against the Detroit Pistons. And things are about ready, so let's head on out to Kevin, Clark, and Steve for the call in Detroit.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. Here are your starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Tim Duncan?
Well, he gives them a terrific option whenever they've got the ball, because he's mastered a lot of the moves that you need to be a premier scorer down in the low block.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Pass to Fernandez. Here's ABC. Spurs passing it around. Here's Parker. 5 on the clock. Here's ABC. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. ABC's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, last year the Pistons were a team that really lacked a go-to scorer. Just never really knew where their offense was going to come from game to game, and I think that had an effect on how they finished in the standings, no doubt.
I agree.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Here's ABC. Takes the lead pass. Williams with the block. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Law misses. And one place that not having a reliable scorer hurt them was against the West. Steve, they couldn't match the offense of a lot of the teams they faced.
Yeah, that's why they went 5-13 in games against Western Conference teams last year. But they need talent. They need more scoring offensively. So difficult to beat really talented teams just relying on your defense. They've got to get more firepower.
Here's ABC. Rebound by Greg Monroe.
He probably tried to do a little too much there. That was good defense.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Now, a short time ago, I had a chance to catch up with Greg Popovich. The topic of conversation, Darren Williams. He was quick to point out what a heady player Darren is, saying when he's out there on the floor, he just reads every situation and more or less acts like a coach out there. When you combine that with Williams' scoring ability, you can see why he is so feared around the NBA.
Thanks again, Doris. Detroit with the rebound.
And Lawrence Frank of the Pistons, one of those rare coaches who not only wasn't an NBA player, but didn't even make his high school team. But he's been around this game for a long time and has done an excellent job with Detroit.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the miss from Darren Williams. Here's ABC. Tries to keep it alive. Ooh, the double clutch. They get the rebound. Gets the bucket. ABC's got his first points of the game.
He has such a great feel for how a missed shot is going to come off the rim. Really plays those angles well. That's exactly why he consistently beats defenders to the ball.
Here's Williams. Here's ABC. Here's Williams. Takes a three. And it's Williams again missing. And going back to Lawrence Frank, he played in community center leagues, was the team manager in college at Indiana, and obviously Steve learned a great deal.
Yeah, pretty amazing story when you think about it. Most coaches in the league were former players or maybe big-time college coaches. So a real success story for Frank, and the hard work, the influence from coaches that he's been around has helped him become a good coach in the league.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, some teams just know how to ramp it up in the postseason, and the Spurs are certainly one of those teams. I mean, Utah is one of the toughest teams at home, and the Spurs went in and swept them.
The Pistons making a change here. Powell's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And for the Spurs last season, Steve, it was key to sweep Utah as they could rest up for the next round. Really helped them along the way.
Yeah, in fact, I thought they were the team to beat until finally getting swept away by Oklahoma City 4 straight after winning the first 2 games in the conference finals. But what a fantastic year for the Spurs. They were the best offensive team in the league. They just ran into a younger, more athletic team in the Thunder. He was not to be denied that time, guys. Fought his way to the glass and came up with the points.
Here's ABC. Feeds it to Fernandez. Fires the 3. And Darren Williams pulls it down.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter. Well, you see Daniel Green, a second-round pick in 2009 out of North Carolina. Bounced around a little bit, played abroad, but had such an impressive season for the Spurs a year ago that it looks to me like he's going to be a part of their future. Really a nice fit for the Spurs.
Here is Williams, following the bucket by the Spurs. The pass to Powell. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Spurs leading by 5.
And Steve, going back to Daniel Green, I mean, he's long, defends, really rebounds, and can knock down the 3. I mean, he'd been cut from a number of teams, but he seems to have solidified himself as an NBA player now.
Spurs working the ball around now. Screen by Duncan. The 3 is launched. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
Looks like he's trying to find a groove in this game. Just hasn't had it dialed in yet.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game.
Your Nuggets dancers!
And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. And some changes here for the Spurs. .107 left to play in the first quarter. Carroll. The shot no good. The Pistons go the other way with it. Here's ABC. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
They saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim.
San Antonio leading. There's 45 seconds left in the first. Here's ABC. Jackson is doubled. From 16 feet away, he cans it. ABC's got his first points in this one.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Here's ABC. Here's ABC. Here's ABC. Gets it to go.
Boy, you can't let them get deep position.
Yeah, you got to do your work early here, Steve, and you got to be physical with it.
Here's ABC. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. It's Jackson with the drive. 2 on the clock. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.